Yo, what's going on, boys? I ain't gonna lie, this video, I'm finna just tell y'all boys just the shit that I've learned over the past couple months. Like I said, I've been doing e-com since October, but I learned a lot. You know, less than a year of doing e-com, I done ran up hella $100,000 brands, you know what I'm saying? So look, I'm just gonna show y'all real quick. So this store, right? These two stores are damn near this. I'm just gonna show y'all real quick. Like, I don't wanna make this too long, you know what I'm saying? But look, this is one store right here. So we didn't run this store up since March 10th. And this store, I ain't gonna lie, got a reserve on it. So we had to move stores, you know what I'm saying? But move stores, boom, now this product ran up by like damn near like 150 plus. And right after that, or during this time, so around April 11th, is when I started running my second store. So this is very recently, you know what I'm saying? So I started running this store up, but I ain't gonna lie, this shit kind of died because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of shit happened in terms of business wise, like somebody hacked I ain't gonna say that, man, but like a lot of shit been happening in terms of Facebook. My shit is clipped, my shit is gone, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things been going on, but here in this video, I just really want to talk about the shit that I learned mentality wise and e-com wise, right? But in terms of e-com wise, I just want to get straight to it. E-com wise, I realized this. It's like a lot of people, I talk about this on my videos all the time. A lot of people try to run up stores like how it used to do, they do it back in the day, you know what I'm saying, like a year or two ago, you know what I'm saying? But like the thing with business, it changes every single day. It changes every single fucking week and every single month. There's new shit that's being released. There's new strategies that needing to be, you know, worked. And here's the thing I learned about strategy is like a lot of people would not try to make the strategy work. They would just try to apply the strategy, just take their hands off of it and expect it to work. When the reality is like you have to take that strategy and adapt it to however, you know, in this time and day of how e-com is like, how the market is looking like right now, right? So for example, right, the way the market is looking like right now is basically, it's all branded. So either people and customers will only buy through either Amazon or real brands, right? So the whole idea of it, the way I've been getting these high ass conversion rates on both of my stores, look at this shit, look at this shit. The way I've been getting these high ass conversion rates because I make my store look really branded, you know what I'm saying? All my pictures are branded, they look beautiful, you know what I'm saying? My website looks beautiful, and that's really just a way to run e-com now in 2025, you know what I'm saying? Things have changed. You can't just set up general stores like you used to back then, you know what I'm saying? You have to build an actual branded store, a branded looking store. That's how you really be, you know, that's how you can really success in e-com. And another thing too is that I learned in this past year is that you have to understand that the more value you give to people, the more money that you will make. You know what I'm saying? But it comes back down to the value that you give to other people. So for example, right, like if you're solving a big problem, for example, health. If you're solving health, that's a big fucking lucrative market that you can tap into. I've been selling health products this whole year. Last year I was selling like, you know, bullshit products like gadgets and shit, whatever. They're still evergreen products, you know what I'm saying? Evergreen products are basically products that you sell year round. But at the end of the day, the whole idea is that if you can solve a big problem, you're gonna make a lot of money. So like I said, with health, the health needs is what I've been tapped in for a while. Like for yeah, like I said, this whole year, the start of 2025, you know what I'm saying, with supplements, with like health products, with anything that helps, like, you know, people like actually like health. Like everybody's trying to get healthy, you know what I'm saying? They'll pay a lot of money to get their health straight because nobody wants to die, you know what I'm saying? So that goes into my next topic in terms of like marketing, you know what I'm saying? To emotionally hit them, not only emotionally, but solving that problem. But here's the thing, the emotional part is very important. So I can leak a product to you right now. I'm not gonna say the name, but I'm gonna tell you what the product does, right? So for example, I was running this one product, there's none of these two stores, but I was running this one product like a couple months ago. Basically what it does is that it makes a woman more fertile. It makes them get pregnant more easier. So, and it also like regulates their hormones and shit, and it also like, you know, does a lot of things in terms of regulate your hormones, regulate your cycle, and fucking like helps you, it's like for girls and shit. And basically hearing that, it's like, damn, that shit cool as fuck, you know what I'm saying? So I done ran up that shit on the side. It didn't really do too well because my ad account got clipped, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like back in this is like a couple months ago. But yeah, that's just an example of like just understanding marketing angles, understanding that, okay, which marketing angles can sell the most, because there's a lot of marketing angles within one product. So for example, that product I just listed, there's a marketing angle of getting you more fertile, regulating your hormones, regulating your cycle. Oh, also it get rid of unwanted hair. So like if girls have like, you know, facial hair, like arm hair, shit like that, it regulates that. So this just all goes back to, you know, those different marketing angles that you can use to really push out these fucking these products, you know what I'm saying? And you can build a brand off of that. And basically that's just the whole idea of, you know, that's okay. So I'll explain, what do you call it? I explained one side, which is the store wise, making a branded store, and I explained what do you call it? Marketing side. But here's the thing. Let's go a little bit derail a little bit off into another topic in terms of, you know, just how it really just came up so fast in terms of e-com. Like I said, I started back in October of last year, 2024, and I done ran out my first winning product within the first month. And 2 months after that, I built that store. I don't have that store anymore because it's fucking what do you call it? It's just inactive right now. I just deactivated that account or that store. But it's just the whole idea of it is just getting the right information. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of fakes out here. There's a lot of people out here who would just sell bullshit ass information, who will put bullshit ass information on YouTube. Not bullshit, but specifically outdated information. Because like I said, e-com business changes every single day. You know what I'm saying? You have to be updated with this shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be doing the same shit for forever, because certain strategies, they die out. You know, it even comes down to the creative. There's something called creative fatigue. It's like you have to be testing new creatives every single day, every other day. You know what I'm saying? Depends on, you know, how the product is doing, whatever. That goes all into ads, whatever, right? But it's just the whole idea is that one thing will not work forever. You must learn how to adapt. That's basically what I've done, right? So last year, let's run it back a little bit. So in terms of that first winning product that I ran up, it was a gadget. It was like a giftable product in Q4. Obviously that shit is green in Q4, but after Q4, once January hits, January 1st, that shit died, you know what I'm saying? So I had a good little 3 months with that product, you know what I'm saying? It's like a little, I can link it to you right now. It's like a fucking handheld console shit. I know y'all seen that a lot, you know, but that's just the thing. So like from Q4 to Q1, I understood that, oh shit, like like this shit is not gonna work anymore. I have to find a product that will sell around this time in this season, or if anything, I could find a year-round product. So I started looking into like supplements. I started looking into, you know, just shit that will sell year-round, and people there will always be demand in this product. So that's what happened. That's where I made that transition into, you know, just pumping out stores. Like I don't like to do pumping up stores. Like I know all these stores. This store died down. This one store died down. These are the same product, but you know, it's just it all comes down to just building that brand. You know what I'm saying? So just building that brand, understanding that, okay, this product will sell year round, the demand will always be there in terms of, you know, building health and shit. So that's just, you know, something I can share to you guys in terms of like, just adapting every single day, every single week, every single month. I can tie this into trading too. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if y'all guys know, but I've been trading for the past 3 years, but I haven't been trading recently because, you know, I've just been busy with e-com. I think that's just the way it goes. You can't be the jack of all trades. But I took a lot of shit that I learned from trading and moved it into e-com, and understood that, you know, higher time frames and then lower time frames. You know, like I said, like with trading, the daily time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour, they're the higher time frames, and the lower time frames is, you know, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute. You know what I'm saying? And the whole idea behind that is just seeing it both at the same time. So what's happening on the higher time frame? Okay, let's run it back. On the lower time frame, what's happening every single day? There's new products being released every single day. There's new not every single day, but let's say every single week, right? Every single week, Facebook updates is their fucking ads and shit. You know what I'm saying? They update their the way they market. You know, the AI shit. It updates every single week or every single month even. You know what I'm saying? That's on the lower time. The higher time frames is shit like themes that you can use on your store. So there's a certain theme that I always use. It's called the Shrine Theme Pro. I'm gonna drop that shit for you right now. This is the theme that I use for my stores. And basically, this theme would die out. But this is probably one of the longest themes that I've been seeing that's been doing very well, longer than any other theme I've ever seen. You know, there's one before that one, but I wasn't there. You know, like I said, I only been starting e-com only for, you know, like 6, 7, 8 months. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just understanding that when this shit dies, there's gonna be something new. You better adapt to that shit. You better adapt to that new theme. You know what I'm saying? That's the higher time frames. And also another higher time frame. Let me have another example. Just offers. You know what I'm saying? Offers. A lot of people back then, they wouldn't have like bundle deals. You need to have that shit, you know what I'm saying? But later down the line, that shit might die out. But it wouldn't really change much because obviously you need to have, you need to have discounts, you need to have like offers, just changing up a little bit here and there. But in terms of the lower time frames, it's just understanding, okay, once you get to a certain level in your store, so when you're scaling your store, oh, boom. Now you're doing like what, maybe 1K days, 2K days, add some upsell products, add some, what do you call it? Post-purchase upsells, add some pre-purchase upsells and all that shit, down sales, upsells, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? That's just, just trying to build that brand, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hope I'm not yapping, but shit, let me take a little water break real quick. Let's talk about some mindset shit. I don't know, y'all guys know, I mean, obviously y'all be watching my videos and shit, but I just came back from Costa Rica and shit. I dislocated this arm, I broke this arm. Seen the scar and shit, but it's just, the biggest thing that I learned, I ain't gonna lie, I deserve that shit. That's another topic for another day, but I damn near deserve that shit. But it was nothing related to the accident, by the way, but it's just, at the end of the day, the work must be done, you must do the work. So even when I was in the cast, because before this I had a cast on, and I was still doing the work, I only could have used my left arm, but my left arm after the accident was fucked up. So I was damn near using the mouse with my left hand and typing with my left hand, all that shit. But yeah, every single day I showed up, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, the whole idea, what I'm trying to say is that, like how bad do you want this shit? Because I see a lot of people struggling with ECOM, fucking trying to do it for like years. It does not take years. I've done this shit, I've seen success like in as little as 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, 2-3 weeks. That's when I hit my first 10K day. My first, let me see if I don't think I have it on here, but I done hit my first 10K day in within 1 month of doing ECOM, and that just really goes back to having the right information. Damn, I'm going all over the place, but shit, yeah, it's just like just showing up and just putting in quality work. That's really the whole idea. That's really my point that I'm trying to say. It's just quality work. Like, you're not like lollygagging. You're actually pushing the needle every single day. You're making progress every single day. It's gonna stack up exponentially, right? And you're gonna learn shit. And it leads into my next point, which is just understanding the feedback loop. Input equals output, and output equals input. You know what I'm saying? So it's a loop. You have to understand that, okay, so the work that you're putting in, you're gonna see output, either good or bad. So for example, you're putting all this work in for months and years, you don't see any progress. The output is like you have no results. So you have to understand, okay, look at your results, which is 0, and see, okay, what did you do wrong? What is it that's not working? Study up on what's actually working. Understand that, look at other people and see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start getting into communities and shit. Not only just watching YouTube, because you can't really communicate with people, but just getting to community. That's the biggest thing that helped me the most in terms of my ECOM journey. The reason why I was able to succeed so fast, because it's like I was talking to people who actually done this shit and learning what they know. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it really is just that easy. It's not really, don't really focus on your competitor as much, because there's enough money to go around for everybody. That's why I help a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I have a Discord, and I help a lot of people in terms of, ECOM, because it's like, if I don't want to win by myself, I want everybody else to eat, right? But when everybody else is eating, that doesn't mean that I can't eat too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's new products releasing every single day. There's new fucking shit. There's money being printed every single day. There's no reason for you not to have some of it. You know what I'm saying? This product is doing 3 million a month. 3 million a month. All you need is a piece of the pie, like 10 bands a week. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that's it with that point. Let's see what else I've learned over the past over my whole ECOM journey in general, but specifically just this year. This year, also understanding your customer. Let's go back to ECOM saws, right? Understanding your customer. That's very important. So you need to understand what your customer is seeing, putting yourself in your customer's shoe. That's what really got me. I understood this last year, actually. Last year, October, Q4, which is like understanding what your customers see from beginning to end. So when they click on your ad, when they see your website, and whenever they purchase. Okay, so understanding that, back then, I could drop some sauce for you real quick with AOV maxing. So in the beginning, when I was running my first winning product, AOV maxing wasn't there. I wasn't doing shit with the AOVs. So I was thinking, like, one day I was at the gym. I was like, hey, what if I just put in my store, they can get free shipping if they buy 2. So say for example, my product costs like $70. If I say you get free shipping if your order is $100 plus, I put that on there, instantly my LV increased. So I know like, okay, I'm like going back to my point, I know that, oh, my customer is seeing, oh, they buy 2 or more. Oh shit, they get free shipping. You know what I'm saying? So that goes back to offers. So understanding that just goes back to the point of understanding your customer, understanding like, okay, like what are they seeing? So I branched out further this year. I branched out further by posting organically on my pages and on my Instagram for my brand. So that's further extending the horizon. I say this on my Instagram a lot, extending the horizon. So not only when they see your ad, but before that, they might see your product, you know, circulating organically. So it's just, you know, having that authority within your brand and actually just showing up in front of your customer's face as much as you can. And that basically just gets them used to, you know, the more they see your ad, you know, the more they're like, oh shit, like, let me check out this brand real quick. You know what I'm saying? So that's this part of this side of the equation. There's going to be the other side of the equation, because the main equation is just ads, store, purchase. That's it. But I looked at this other side, I extended this side a little bit further. Emails. After they purchase, now they start getting hit with emails saying, okay, you have this great offer of you know, you can spend welcome back, or not welcome back, some shit like, okay, what's the email I usually send to them, which is like, oh, like here's a free like 10% you can get off of my store. So basically it tempts them to buy more, because you know they have a fucking, you know, a discount code they can use on my store. So boom, you know, I'm getting basically a customer for free. So that just goes back into understanding your customer. So let's say, okay, now I'm stretching that horizon, building my brand, expanding my brand. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get stuck in this ads. So the customer goes to the ad, click on the ad, store, and then purchase. That's it. And you don't have authority in your brand. You don't even have a brand. You just have a fucking lazy ass store running up. You know what I'm saying? So just extending the horizon by, you know, establishing authority. That's very important. That's just really the whole idea I'm trying to tell you guys. But there's another point I wanted to make in terms of that. Making the most out of one customer. This is the biggest thing when I learned, which is instead of making, like, say for example, your product costs like $40. Instead of making one customer or making $40 off of one customer, let's make $500 off of one customer, right? But how do you do that? Let me tell you how. One way, subscriptions. Subscriptions is very like is OP as fuck. You know, because say for example, they go in your store and they say, oh, I can subscribe and I get like 30% off. Boom, they go subscribe, right? Now you're getting a free customer every single month. You don't have to pay for this customer. He's coming in every single month with this discount. You know, because you're giving a discount when they subscribe. Oh, subscribe and save 30% off. Boom, I slapped that on my website. Now I'm getting damn near free fucking customers every single day. Or not every single, like damn near every single day. It just depends on how much you scale, how many times you're billing them a month, or say I bill them like twice a month. You know what I'm saying? Now instead of making $30, $40 off of one customer, I'm making like however long they keep the subscription for, I'm making like $200, $300, $400, $500 off of one customer. You know what I'm saying? So that in of itself is just like something that y'all need to understand, and y'all need to, like, you know, apply to your own stores. And also another thing too, that you can make the most out of a customer, emails. You know, like I was mentioning earlier, emails. So fucking telling them, oh, you have a discount code, or say we have a Mother's Day, you know, Mother's Day just passed. We have a Mother's Day discount, 30% off of our entire store. Hey, hurry before it ends quick. You know, some shit like that. You know, just basically just making the most out of one customer. That in of itself will get you from point A to point Z so much faster than you just finding a product, building a store, setting up ads, and just fucking, you know, just keeping it on the surface level. E-com is very deep. The biggest thing y'all don't understand, a lot of people don't understand, is that this is a business. This is not drop shipping as all these gurus tell you it is. No, it's not. This is like, you have to understand, like, you're building a business, you're building a brand. You're not just like half-assing it, like I said, like all these gurus be telling you guys, oh, AliExpress drop shipping, go on AliExpress, find a product, put it on there, build a store. I'll show you how to build a whack-ass store and then run ads. Add the ad strategy that does not work anymore. It works back in fucking 2020. You know what I'm saying? They tell you to do all this bullshit, but it's like, nah. Like I said, it just goes back into, you know, just having the right information, which is like the information I'm about to tell you right now is that the store or e-com is e-commerce. Commerce is, you know, commerce is like shit like McDonald's, shit like H&M, Adidas, Nike. These are like, they started in person, but just take that commerce idea, so like customers, a business, and bring it to online. So that's what E means, e-commerce, ECOM. So just understanding that this shit is a business. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of, you know, it takes a lot of skill. You need to build up that skill in terms of like, you know, just understanding how to sell to a customer. You know what I'm saying? Giving the customer a reason to buy. You know what I'm saying? That's just really my point. And that's probably the biggest point that I will make in this video, is that this is a business. You have to treat it like it is a business, and you have to you're damn near responsible for everything that happens in your business. If some shit fucks up, you cannot take an L. That's okay. I'm gonna drop you off some. So the last point I want to make for this video is some mindset sauce real quick. Don't take no L's too early, because I've been seeing a lot of people. I've been seeing a lot of my students say, for example, their ad account goes down and they just stop and just wait and they send a review and just wait. No, get another ad account, make another Facebook account, buy another BM. You know what I'm saying? Don't take no L's. You know what I'm saying? You cannot surrender too early, especially when you're starting out. Cause like that's why people give up in this game, because they don't understand that this is a business. They don't understand that you are responsible for everything that happens in your business. So for you to do that, for you to fucking take an L too early, you're fucked. And everybody's gonna sprint past you. All the people who's not gonna take an L and not give up too early, you know what I'm saying? It goes down to the smaller time frames. The bigger time frames like just giving up on e-com in general. But even on the smaller time frames, say for example your product gets rejected from Facebook, you know what I'm saying, from Meta. A lot of people would just be like, oh shit, let me just send a review into Shopify real quick so they can review my shit. They gonna cancel that shit again. Why you gonna wait like fucking 2-3 weeks instead of just run up a new product? Oh, but I wasted so much time doing product research. Oh, I spent 3 hours researching this product. Do it again. What the fuck? Like it's not that hard. Like, why are you stopping yourself from getting to the bag? You know what I'm saying? Like I say this in a lot of my vlogs. Stop making it harder for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut out the bullshit, cut out the noise, and just fucking do the work. And you say you want to do this shit, then do it. And then you come across an obstacle, a little obstacle, y'all barely just started. But for the people that's been in the game, you know what I'm saying, we have bigger problems, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like hackers, you know. But, you know, it's like at the end of the day, right, if an obstacle comes up, you better figure out how to do it. You better figure out how to get past it so you can continue pushing that needle in order to get to crazy numbers, you know what I'm saying? So the sky's the limit. Actually, there is no limit. In business, there is no limit. You can make an infinite amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is just however fast you want to go, shit. You know, you can really push yourself. So I done pushed myself this whole time in my e-com journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I never set a limit for myself. I never said, oh, I want to get to. I never set goals. I ain't gonna lie. To be honest, I don't set goals. Oh, let me hit 10K a month. Nah, I done did that shit in 2 weeks. I did not expect nothing from myself other than put it in the work. That's really it. That's really the reason why I came up so fast in terms of e-com, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if y'all don't really believe me, go back in my Instagram, go back in my YouTube videos and shit. But like I always say, I don't got shit to prove to no one, because I know I can do this shit. I don't need y'all guys validation, whatever, right? But yeah, that just really wraps up this video. I ain't gonna lie, I should make a lot more videos of this, just explaining, like, you know, the inside of my mind and how it works, and just to really just help you guys understand, like, oh, how did he do it, and how can I apply it to my life, and how can I apply it to my business, how can I apply it to my stores and e-com and anything under that umbrella. But yeah, boys, I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of spin. I'm tired as fuck. I did not sleep all night long. I've been grinding this whole night, whole morning, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking 11 a.m. right now. I gotta do a lot of shit. But yeah, I love you boys. Take care. I hope you got enough information. There's a lot more videos upcoming too, you know what I'm saying? I know I've been slacking in terms of YouTube. I haven't been talking to your boys recently because, you know, like I said, I just came back with a broken arm. But yeah, I'm getting back to work. You know, I'm picking up the motion again. This comeback is gonna be crazy for me. But anyways, enough sucking my own dick. I love you boys. Take care, and I hope you get shit out of this video.